Yo guys, welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Today we're going to be going over the top 8 best brawlers in the game right now. As you know, there was some balance changes which have actually made a big difference. It may seem like little changes, but it did impact the meta a little bit. So I'm going to be going over the top 8 best brawlers in the current meta. And yeah, so let's get right into it. Here we go guys, with number 8 on our list, that's going to be Pam guys. Pam has just proven in this meta that she probably is the best support brawler in the game. She just offers so much healing and at the same time does a surprising amount of damage, especially in this tank meta. In this tank meta, Pam can get around, let's say, for example, 1.5 to 2k damage per shot if you play her right. And it just gives us so much value. Pairs well with other brawlers like Poco Pam, seems to be very dominant, and then like maybe some other like semi-decent HP brawler, for example, let's say Mr. P. Pam Mr. P, also a good combo. It just really works out well. And yeah, that's all I have to say about Pam guys. Pam's just really strong, counters tanks in her own way. Both her star powers can be used. Her gadget is definitely one of the best in the game. It's just super strong, and again, healing. Like who can complain about healing? Anyways, moving on to number 7 on our list. Here we go guys with number 7 on our list, and that's gonna be Gale guys. Gale actually received a pretty decent nerf for him. His damage got reduced, and which means he can't really cycle his super as much, as they also increased the amount of hits that it takes to cycle super, and as well as the damage got reduced by I think about 200, which is a big nerf because Gale can't really do a lot of damage anymore from long distance. He still does a pretty decent amount, but it's not as much as before, which allowed him just to be ridiculous. But once you do get your super is still effective as normal, and he's going to be getting some more changes once it's a proper update when it comes to his launch pad, which is probably the only good thing that makes him ridiculously good right now and viable in competitive specifically. So I feel like after that nerf, Gale might not even be top 8, you never know. I just feel like the nerf he got was right, and it's just really good. And yeah, that's all I'm happy about to say, that Gale did fall down a lot. He was about, let's say, top 3, top 4 in my last list, but now he dropped down to top 7, which is good to see that the balance change did make a big difference on the meta. His stun star power is still the better one. I won't ever see the other one being used. I don't think it'll ever be meta unless they just completely trash it and get another one. But yeah, that's it for our number 7. Moving on to number 6 on our list. Here we go guys with number 6 on our list, and that's gonna be Sprout guys. Sprout is surprisingly really good in the current meta right now, compared to all the other brawlers. She counters most of the brawlers, I feel like. Only struggles against tanks, I feel like. Tanks is the main problem, and Mr. P. Other than that, Sprout really destroys every other brawler here. Sprout's not the worst against Mr. P, as you see in the current gameplay right now. I'm doing decent, but once that turret gets down, Sprout has to waste so much ammo on the turret and on the porters, and it just gets overwhelming that Sprout can't really do anything. But Sprout's main speciality is that her brand new shield star power, which got released I'd say a couple weeks ago, and it's actually made a big difference and made Sprout more viable as she can tank more shots. And ever since her overgrowth just got nerfed, her shield star power has been by far the most dominant one. And the shield star power pairs really well with the gadget, so I suggest that if you have the gadget, make sure to go the shield star power, because you don't only heal for 2k. Because of the shield, you heal for about 3k, I feel like, because of doing some mass with the gadget and stuff like that. Yeah, so that's actually really big value, that a gadget just allows you to heal 3k just like that. It's really good. It's like Bull and Bull's gadget with the shield. It's just really OP, and yeah, definitely recommend doing those 2 combos. And other than that, Sprout's wall mechanic is still really good in the game, and yeah, you just can't beat it. It's just really strong, and yeah, counters most of the brawlers on this list. Anyways, moving on to number 5 on our list. Here we go guys with number 5 on our list, and that's gonna be Max guys. Max is just insane guys. She just completely changes how you play the game because of her speed of play, her speed, how fast she can move around the map. It's just ridiculous. As you see right now, I got my speed already, and for Max I recommend the reload star power, which when you move, Max's reload increases. It just really helps. And as you see on my dash, I score straight away, which is really good. Just so much mobility with Max is what makes Max unique and really special in the brawler selection, I guess. So as you see right now, Max has a pretty good DPS. It's very surprising for me that Max can handle tanks really well. Max does about, let's say, if you hit all your shots, 2k damage per shot, which means Max has full ammo as well. So with that, you can deal about 8k damage, which basically beats all the tanks except for, I think, maybe Primo and Frank. It's just really good and strong, and it beats basically everything. So if you guys want to pair Max with like an 8-bit or something, it just really works well. Anyways, moving on to number 4 on our list. Here we go, guys, with number 4 on our list, and that's going to be Poco, guys. Poco has proven, especially after these balance changes, he's become more viable against, for example, let's say Surge, Mr. P. If you pair it with a tank, it just does really well, and he didn't get nerfed at all, which I was really surprised about. So he's still very dominant in Brawl Ball, on some siege maps. I know he's good on Factory Rush. He's good in Gem Grab as well. So if you want to push your Poco, make sure to pair it with a tank and push it mainly in Brawl Ball. It's just super strong, and it just beats basically most comps in the game. The comp we're facing right now does completely counter Poco and a tank, but we still managed to work through it, I believe. All I have to do is just keep the healings up. As Poco, you don't really want to be carrying the ball too much. Your main priority is healing and staying behind the tank. Tank soaks up all the damage, guys, and then Poco just keeps on healing him. And if Poco gets weak, he can always pop his gadget just to heal himself. But I highly recommend using the gadget on your teammates as well, to get extra value. And yeah, that's basically it with Poco, guys. Moving on to number 3 on our list. Number 3 on our list is going to be Carl, guys. Carl is super strong. He's just probably like the best brawler in the current meta, I would say. But in like, I mean, definitely better than competitive. But on ladder, there are some stops to him, so he's not that good. But right now, Carl is just super strong, guys. If you hit his full axe, you do about 1800 damage, which is insane. And doing that much damage from a long range and close range is really strong. Also, if you go against tanks, for example, let's say Daryl right now, as you see, I can just roll in the faces, just become a nuisance, and it just does so much, gives so much value off, and the gadget just does a extra amount of damage to finish off a certain enemy. Carl's usage could be in basically any game mode. Carl can be used in high siege. I don't think Bounty. Bounty's probably the only game where you can't play Carl. But other than that, you can play Carl anywhere, guys. He's just super strong. He's good at countering Surge, Mr. P, tanks. He's just overall a very good pick. So if you want to push a certain brawler, I'd definitely say Carl on your side will definitely be a safe pick, and can beat most things in the game, which is all you need realistically. But if you're playing with a Poco, I would say go Protective Pirouette, because it could actually help. But overall, you want to go the speed star power, because it just helps get your shots across faster, helps beat long range tanks, and yeah, it's just overall the better star power, guys. Moving on to number 2 on our list. Guys, number 2 on our list is going to be Mr. P. If you haven't already guessed, Mr. P is probably one of those annoying brawlers in the game. He's just, with his porters and turret and then his attack, he's just all around really strong and is really annoying. Very hard to deal with as well. There's only a few brawlers that can actually deal with Mr. P, and that's probably Carl, and mainly that's it. Moyes can deal with Mr. P really well. Maybe a Max. Max is decent, but mainly Carl is the biggest counter to Mr. P. So yeah. Overall, Mr. P's a better star power, I would actually say, is gonna be handled with care. It just allows so much range. You can get Mr. P is probably one of the most has the longest range in the game, and it just offers so much support that it can beat Piper maybe mid, you know. And with his turret, it can just overwhelm someone, and yeah, that's why he's really strong. But he also has his other star power, which could be used on a close range map, and that's gonna be and his other star power is gonna be a revolving door, guys. Revolving door can be very good on maps with loads of walls that you don't really need the extra length to hit an enemy. And revolving door is by far the reason that Mr. P is really annoying. It just allows his portals to spawn more quickly, and if you pair it well with the gadget, you can basically swarm someone instantly, get them spawn trapped, and that's why Mr. P is going to be number 2 on our list. Moving on to number 1. And guys, number 1 on our list, of course, if you haven't already guessed, it's going to be Surge, guys. Although Surge did get a nerf, guys, he's still one of the best brawlers in the game. Well, he is the best brawler in the game. He's just super strong. The main reason that he's really strong is because of his teleport. If they maybe nerf his teleport so that he can't like teleport through walls, or maybe reduce the teleport amount to not, like 2, it will just make a big difference. But unfortunately they didn't change his teleportation, so there's a reason why he's going to stay on number 1 until they issue that. But yeah, Surge, you know, if you just teleport in someone's face, get about 3 hits, you can still get your upgrades up. And if you do this 3 times, you'll become maxed eventually. It's just super OP and still ridiculous. Although I have been seeing less Surge on ladder, which is good to know, and that he's actually killable now by most brawlers, which is a good thing to see. But I would still like to see a Supercell to go an extra length and nerf his teleportation. And yeah, hopefully we'll see a balanced meta in the next update. That's gonna be my wishes. But yeah, other than that, that's gonna be a wrap for today, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.